Lời đầu tiên xin chào các độc giả đã đến với website rèn luyện kỹ năng.com. Khi tìm đến với website rèn luyện kỹ năng, chắc hẳn bạn đang mong muốn tìm cho mình một công cụ tốt nhất trong quá trình rèn luyện kỹ năng. Kỹ năng ở đây có thể là kỹ năng lãnh đạo, kỹ năng bán hàng, kỹ năng mềm, kỹ năng sống và rất nhiều các kỹ năng khác. Thông thường khi nghĩ đến việc rèn luyện các kỹ năng như chúng tôi đã đề cập ở trên, chúng ta thường hay nghĩ đến việc tìm mua cái đầu sách hoặc tham gia các chương trình hội thảo. Nhưng trong cuộc sống bận rộn của thế kỷ 21, thời gian và tiền bạc là hai thứ luôn bị giới hạn nhiều nhất. Với sự ra đời của website rèn luyện kỹ năng.com, chúng tôi mang đến cho bạn một công cụ tốt hơn trong việc rèn luyện kỹ năng của mình, đó chính là các DVD rèn luyện kỹ năng. Bạn sẽ không còn phải tốn quá nhiều thời gian để đọc sách hay tốn quá nhiều tài chính để tham gia các chương trình hội thảo. Chỉ cần bỏ DVD vào đầu máy, ngay lập tức bạn đã có thể tận hưởng những thước phim quý giá được chia sẻ từ các diễn giả nổi tiếng tại Việt Nam và trên thế giới. Website rèn luyện kỹ năng.com cung cấp đầy đủ cho bạn các DVD rèn luyện kỹ năng trên nhiều lĩnh vực. Tất cả các DVD rèn luyện kỹ năng của các diễn giả nước ngoài có tại website rèn luyện kỹ năng.com đều có phụ đề 100% hỗ trợ tối đa cho quý độc giả khi theo dõi. Rèn luyện kỹ năng.com cam kết chất lượng tất cả các DVD khi cung cấp cho quý khách hàng. Với hân hạnh được phục vụ cho rất nhiều các khách hàng trên cả nước. Chỉ cần click đặt hàng, trong vòng 1 đến 3 ngày, bạn đã có thể cầm sản phẩm trong tay. Rèn luyện kỹ năng hân hạnh được phục vụ quý khách.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Wow, thank you very much. Good morning. Roger, I think I'm going to let you travel with me everywhere to do that introduction. My mother would be so proud. Well, I'm going to sit here on this stool and we're going to have a great day today, but let's get acquainted, okay? I'm going to sit here and I'm going to tell you my name and I'm going to ask you what your name is. My name is John. What's your name? We'll try it again. My name is John. What's your name? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. We're going to now, that's no more test. One more time. My name is John. What's your name? Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. I want you to look at your neighbor and say to them, you're going to learn something today. Would you tell them that, huh? I want you to look right back at your neighbor that you just told them they were going to learn something today, and I want you to say this to them, and it's about time. Let's just take a moment to get acquainted. I live in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm doing about 9 different countries throughout Asia, spending a little time in them, and it's so good to be here in Malaysia. In fact, I'm curious, how many of you are from the city of KL right here? Would you raise your hand? Okay, majority. How many of you are not from KL, but you're from Malaysia? Would you raise your hand? Okay, welcome, good. How many of you are not from Malaysia? You're from another country. Would you raise your hand? Oh, that's wonderful. There's a lot of, give them a hand. I don't know, would there be some from Singapore? Okay, some from Indonesia? Some from there? What other countries? Thailand? Any from Thailand? Huh? Okay, good. In fact, tomorrow I'm leaving tomorrow morning. I'm going to go spend some time with the Prime Minister of Thailand tomorrow. Any other countries? Hong Kong. Okay. Where's Hong Kong? I know where I know where Hong Kong is. Who's from Hong Kong? I said, okay, good. Okay, good. Well, it's good to be here with you today. My wife, Margaret, and I have been married for 36 years. We have 2 children. They're both married. We have 4 grandchildren. And that 4 grandchildren, that's, we have Madeline is the oldest. She'll be 5 in September. Then Hannah will be 5 in January. And then we have baby John. He was named after me, and he gets all the inheritance. And then we have little Ella. We got 4 before we had our first grandchild, my wife Margaret looked at me and she said, John, she said, what are the grandchildren going to call us? Because in the States, we usually the grandparents kind of pick names for the grandchildren to call them. And she said, I would like the grandchildren to call me Mimi. And I said, okay. I said, I like that. But she said, I don't want them to call you Pee-Pee. And I agreed with that too. So they call me Papa John. Papa John is a big pizza company in the United States. So when they think of me, they come over and we give them pizza all the time too. I'm in my high 50s. I'm 58 now, and I want to just share with you that when you get about this age, you become a philosopher of life. And what I did is I brought with me on a laminated card my philosophy of life, and I'm just going to give it to you in 2 minutes so that you would understand life. So when you leave here today, you can say, oh, it was a great leadership seminar, and I also understand life now, okay? Here we go. On the first day, God created the dog. God said, sit all day by the door of your house and bark at anyone who comes by. I'll give you a lifespan of 20 years. And the dog said, that's too long to be barking. Give me 10 years and I'll give you back the other 10. And God agreed. On the second day, God created the monkey. God said, entertain people, do monkey tricks, make them laugh. I'll give you a 20-year lifespan. The monkey said, how boring. Monkey tricks for 20 years? I don't think so. The dog gave you back 10, so I'll give you back 10 too, okay? And God agreed. On the third day, God created the cow. He said, you must go to the field with the farmer all day long and suffer under the sun, have calves, give milk to support the farmer, and I will give you a lifespan of 60 years. The cow said, that's kind of a tough life. You want me to live for 60 years. Let me have 20, and I'll give you back the other 40. And God agreed. On the fourth day, God created man. He said, eat, sleep, play, marry, enjoy your life. I'll give you 20 years. Man said, what? Only 20 years? I'll tell you what, I'll take my 20, add the 40 the cow gave you back, the 10 the monkey gave you back, the 10 the dog gave you back. That makes 80, okay? Okay, God said. You've got a deal. So that is why in the first 20 years of our lives, we eat, sleep, play, and enjoy ourselves. You can see it coming, can't you, huh? The next 40 years of our lives, we slave in the sun to support our family. The next 10 years, we do monkey tricks to entertain the grandchildren. And the last 10 years, we sit on the front porch and bark at everybody that goes by. You have just had life explained to you. If I could walk off of this stage and you and I could have a personal conversation, which I would dearly love, and if I were to ask every one of you today, if you want to be successful, I would almost guarantee you that every one of you would raise your hand. In fact, that's why you're here. You want to be better at your business. You want to be better in your family. You want to be better in your community. You want to be successful. In fact, let me ask the question from the stage. How many of you want to be more successful than you are right now? Would you raise your hand? Okay, good. That's 100%. But you say, when I asked you if you wanted to be successful, everybody raised their hand. But if I walked back and I individually talked to you, and I began to ask you to define success, I promise you, in a crowd this size with hundreds and hundreds of people, there would literally be dozens and dozens of different definitions of what success is. Is that not true? In fact, you're seated beside somebody, and I almost would guarantee you would have a little bit different definition of what success is than what the person is right beside you. So I would like to open my time together with you to take just a few minutes to define what I think success is. I've spent a lot of time with successful people, and I've studied the subject for over 30 years. I've written on it. In fact, I wrote a book called Your Roadmap for Success. It's a book that basically helps a person, if they want to be successful, have a roadmap, a way to get there. Because success, too often, by many, is thought to be unattainable. It's almost like there's a tremendous gap between where we are and where we want to be, and we seemingly can never close that gap. But I think today, as I teach you about leadership and relationships and those things, I think you're going to very quickly realize that every one of you in this auditorium can be successful. So I want you to look at your neighbor before I share with you what I think success is, and I want you to say to them, you can be a success. Go ahead and tell them. Okay? In fact, look back at them and say to them, and it's about time. I think success is three things. Are you ready to write? I think success, first of all, is knowing my purpose in life. As